Fakes, Flakes, and Deceptive Snakes. I'm going to be talking about gossip, slander, judgment, smear campaigns, and all of the various tactics, strategies of being attacked, of spiritual warfare, of misery in this world. I'm just going to talk on my experiences and how I have attempted to transform them into something greater. And also, I'm going to address my exhaustion, my anger, my being fed up with the world, but also how to use it and change it and be catalyzed by the attacks, but also use the attacks to transmute that energy that is sent towards you into something greater. So I think in many environments, whether family, workplace, friends, people can act in sneaky, manipulative ways. They can be underhanded. They can be Machiavellian. They can be thinking, 3, 4 chess moves ahead. I think what I've learned in my life is that people can be very cowardly and spineless. And in a way, there's a blessing to that. The blessing is that to learning that is to be liberated and realize that basically you should stop expecting so much out of people, and that's where you get into the pain. I think gossip is another kind of animal because that's, rumors that are untrue can spread from, let's say, a disgruntled ex, from people that have bad intent. And I think often the energy of gossip can be like people that are bored with their own lives and have nothing better to do. They have nothing better to do than, stick their nose in other people's business. And also, it's a shame when people's reputations get destroyed that way. But I think if you've been on the receiving end of that, you know that it always turns, the tables always turn, you will always be redeemed. And I think it can feel like this heavy, crushing, dense weight when people are gossiping about you, when there is like a smear campaign about you. And it's just a nasty kind of thing, because you could be immersed in that in family and community and workplace. And it's a sliminess. It's a slimy energy because it's parasitic. And it's trying to put other people down to make themselves feel better. They're feeding. It's like a feeding frenzy, like sharks in bloody or chummy water. So a lot of people feed off that, like being a professional spectator and being always operating in the shadows, behind the scenes. And I think, that sliminess can extend to corporate environments, workplaces, because people have that desperate mentality. They have that kind of underhanded, fake nice, phoniness, being diplomatic, being political, so when you're in those stuffy environments, and that could even be friends or even a community too, being in those stuffy environments gets exhausting because you just feel like, I hate this. This is so like, no one has integrity. This is exhausting. It's exhausting to be around because you feel like you get kind of drunk on that energy of sliminess, misery, evil eye. It's just like this big mucky cesspool of crap when you're in those environments. And only later, when you escape, when you leave the environments and get space for yourself, you tap back into your own energy. And I think a lot of people have let me down in my life, and it's not that it gets easier. It's still like a gut punch when people act like little children, like, narcissistic and self-serving and, two-faced and calculated and those kinds of things. It still hurts, but it's like with each one, when it's happened to you over many years, and, if you've been that oppositional force over many years, you just feel Oh, I get it. It's part of a reveal process. It's like this continually unpeeling the layers off an onion, and you just start to get fed up. But it also empowers you to come into your voice and say, oh, if there's all these people and all these environments where they just run rampant and there's all these people that have no integrity, and it's so normal. It's so normal in those groups and in those hive minds. You're like, oh, well, I better speak up. I better speak up because it's so normal to have no integrity. It's so normal to be spineless these days. It's so normal to be like airheaded, like not possessing a backbone, able to stand alone because you're too programmed and brainwashed by the television and by media of all sorts. So I guess what I'm trying to get across is this realization simultaneously of how miserable, petty, spineless, calculated, manipulative people can be, but simultaneously, like, it's such liberation because you stop expecting anything more out of them. It's not like I wouldn't be super happy to encounter a great person too in the world. They exist, of course. There's less of them, but you can just feel it. You can smell it on people. You can sense it on them from a mile away. You know, it's an energy thing. And I think the smear campaign is another one that small-minded people use and cowardly people use because they know they can't, let's say, you know, face you in a fair way, like in a fair fight, like punch at their own weight. So it really, when you are a person with integrity and when you shine bright, and it's not that you are perfect. I'm definitely not perfect. But I'm not malicious. I'm not underhanded. I'm not setting out to destroy people. I think that's a different animal too, because like it's all this he said, she said, like hearsay after a relationship. So anyone can just say whatever they want. So it's kind of like you learn from those experiences, you learn that, oh, I can't open myself up to everyone because some people are really vicious. Some people really they really want to destroy you. You know, when I think about that sometimes, like, you know, if you're single and you're listening to this, that person, okay, let's say that dream girl or that dream guy is out there right now that you're going to get married to. It's amazing. You laugh. You have a great, fulfilling life together. Whatever. You have challenges, pain. You get through it. You get through fights. You get through hardships. But also, another person who's out there in that dating pool is the person you would be married to for 5, 6, 7 years. You'd have 2 kids with. You'd get divorced. And they would try to destroy your reputation, destroy your life, make sure you never see your kids again, all because they want to win. They want to win. And we're talking about people's livelihoods. We're talking about, you know, joint custody, the outlook of children's lives, their mental health, this, that. But we have to understand what we're up against here. You know, the level of narcissism that exists in this society, the pettiness, the needing to win, the childishness. Like I say, I'm lucky because I got to see it. I got to see dysfunction in family, friends, community. Like, oh my God, I really don't want that. I really, really, really don't want that. I want like the opposite of that. I want the opposite, like whatever is on the other end of the galaxy and is like billions of light years from that, I would love to have the opposite of that. And I'll do everything in my power to have not that and not make my kids experience some of the things I was exposed to and some of the things that I've seen that are super normal in society. Super normal. To be traumatized, to be miserable, to be a child. to be a pouty, whiny child that doesn't grow up. That's what passes for normal. There's not a really high bar here, people. There's not that high of a bar. So I commend you adults in the room who are doing this work. So there's a lot of toddlers out there. So anyway, the smear campaign is a nasty one because you learn a different side of people. You learn, I think even in the psychic attack end of things after the end of a relationship, you learn about how lack-minded certain people can be, how the pettiness, it's like if someone's operating in any facet of reality, like from the mindset of thinking that they need to get one over on you, they need to have this one-upsmanship, like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth mentality, that's like high school popularity contest consciousness. It's not something you want to be around. So, but you realize later in life, you're like, oh, okay, people don't like my light. People don't like that I shine brightly. People don't like that I have integrity, that I stand firm in my truth. It's like that's why they have to gather other people to come against you. They have to gather and try to control the opinion of the larger group and do character assassination, basically, slander your name. It's like a form of black magic, basically. So yeah, just generally the deceptive nature of people and how petty and underhanded they are. I get really sick of it, but I'm really grateful for them. I have to say I'm really grateful because they always spark me again. It's like, oh, I was slouching too much into good happy boy consciousness. I lost touch with the Peter essence. You know? I lost touch with that part of me. That sharp edge. That poke, that prod, that uncomfortable thing, or that border or that edge of things where you're like pushing it, extending it, reaching the part that makes people squirm and cringe. I love hitting that part. It's like a baseball player hitting that perfect sweet spot in the fattest, widest part of the wood on the bat, like down the shaft a little bit, so it's not like the fattest part, but it's like that perfect part on the wooden bat where he can get max power and hit it over the fence, hit a 400-foot home run, like Ken Griffey or Barry Bonds or anyway, people can be very slimy. People can come against you when they see you as a threat, when they see your light as a threat. But it's all from the higher level. It's like a salute. It's like, thank you for playing this role for me. Thank you for catalyzing me, because I'm not perfect. Maybe I don't always say the right things. Maybe I'm not. I'm saying my piece in this podcast, in this video, and I don't know if you can see the moon over there, but I'm gonna speak up because I'm sick of listening to morons. There's just a lot of morons out there. There's a lot of idiots. So trust me, if you think you're self-conscious, like, oh, I can't do it, or I can't speak up, or I can't put this out, or I can't express myself creatively. No. The bar's not very high. There's a lot of idiots out there. So you being one of the adults in the room, if you're listening to this, if you're drawn to this podcast, if you're drawn to the type of things I talk about, if you resonate it with that outsider experience, if you resonate with feeling frustrated, feeling angry, feeling like this is an archaic society, then yeah, speak up. We need you. I need you. So I feel crazy most of the time. If you're telling me, hey Peter, thanks, you make me feel less crazy, I'm thanking you right back, because you help me feel less crazy, because it's like an upside down world. People are so dumb and immature and childish. But anyway, it's freeing because it helps you take yourself less seriously. It helps you see that, okay, you're in the game. You got punched, you got knocked over, You got sabotaged. You got stuck in this quicksand. You got stuck in this crap. Now, how are you going to fight your way out of it? How are you going to get out of this? You're going to catalyze the pain. You're going to catalyze the attack. You're going to feel that energy deeply in your body. You're going to feel the misery, the pain, the angst, the feeling pushed down, crushed into the dirt. And you're going to talk to the earth. You're going to talk to God. You're going to talk to the ethers. You know, you're going to start to understand that this matter is malleable, that the word creates our reality, and you're going to start to work with your power and your full authority as a creator. I now take this energy in my body of gossip, of slander, of attacks, and I am now transmuting it into deeper power, deeper protection, deeper love, and it pulsates outward. It reaches loving souls around me. It reaches other antennas around me, and they are now connecting with me, and they are now joining this grid, and all of us together are becoming stronger. My heart is becoming stronger as I speak these words. I feel my blood, my muscles, my eyes, my brain, my heart, all of my organs, muscles, tissues are remembering in my cells and working together to take all discomfort or perceived negativity. We are now creating a new experience of power, of love, of our eternal nature, of eternal love and eternal power. And we source this power from the Creator. We source this power from all that is. I am an authority in God, of God. I take this power, I take this energy of nastiness, of hate, of pettiness, of lack that was sent towards me, that lingers in my field right now. I transform it into deeper clarity, deeper direction, deeper love, deeper power, deeper knowing. And I feel it as I breathe it in. I feel it pulsating in my cells. I feel it expanding in my cells. I allow God to transmute through me. God, please make me an instrument of this creative action. Help me bring this heaven to earth. Help me transmute all of this pain and all of this crap, all this junk into love right now as I speak it. It is transmuted into love right now as I speak it. I feel expansion. I feel it coming off of me. I feel the knowing in my brain, in my body, in my cells, all working in cohesion. My cells, my body, my arms, my limbs, my eyeballs, my ears, my taste, my touch. You will now work in tandem. You will now work in harmony to help me and to assist me to have a more smooth experience and operate like a trumpet, like a sword, like a chisel for God in the world. We are now operating in harmony. We are now operating in bliss, in joy. Fear is leaving my body. Fear is dissolved in all the cells of my body, and it is burned up. It is burned up and transformed now into power, to confidence, to love, to joy, to humor, to freedom, to depth. I am one with this power. I am one with this power that I am creating together with God, with the everythingness, with the higher self of Peter. I speak these words and I allow this love to flow through me without fear, without blockages. This love flows through me effortlessly right now and every day, and it assists me and it points me in the right direction. And all attacks and all negativity and all opposition that comes my way will go the way of this flow, will go the way of this transformative flow, where it is transmuted into deeper love, deeper power, deeper ecstasy, deeper joy, deeper silliness and humor and appreciation and gratitude for existence. We are now vibrating on the frequency channel of power, independence, sovereignty, and we reclaim our right to feel free. We take our power back from all perceived enemies, from all noise, from all static. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just understand whatever you're going through right now is preparing you. It's an initiation, and it will lead to deeper power. It will lead to deeper expansion. People are miserable these days because there's a lot of pain coming up in the collective consciousness. There's a lot of angst, and it's like crossfire in the streets. People are projecting, people are miserable, angry. They're just beginning their dark nights of the soul. A lot of us began our dark nights of the soul, in the most intense way, 2019, 2020. We've been doing this work. We've been processing all this crap. We knew it was coming. They were going to have to face the writing on the wall at some point, even though it seems like one portion of the collective consciousness is frozen in time, and they're not coming with us in a way. Whatever obstacles you're going through, whatever pain or people are coming against you or group efforts to take you down, just realize you always have your allies, which is the God within, working on the grass, working in the water, in bodies of water. I like to pound the grass, lay on the grass sometimes, like blow into the grass, send this energy down. I like now saying I send all collective energy, all pain, all angst, all energies that are not my own. I send them into the earth, and then I see it being swirled up into a ball, and I ask the earth to transmute it into love. I think that's really important for highly sensitive souls, being connected to the earth, because we need it, because there's all this inorganic, fake, static and noise in the world, and we really needed to root into nature. But for anyone who's dealing with those attacks right now, just keep the faith and realize that even though you feel beaten down, you feel worn down, you feel like people are petty and nasty and it's unjust, it's an injustice, you will be rewarded. You will be redeemed. Just keep working at it every day. Keep working at these affirmations, these exercises, these rituals. So I just wanted to share some of that with you today to assist you on that path, because I know how miserable people can be. I know how petty and nasty and just ugly real human nature can be. Let it free you. Let it explode you. Let it feel that pain deep inside you. Explode it. Let it transform you and explode you and expand you into a new form. Face it. Face it and realize that your eternal spirit is indestructible. This is just sharpening your sword. This is sharpening your discernment, your power, your endurance in the battle, in the fight. So hang in there, and thank you for listening. I know it's getting dark here in Sedona, Arizona. My book, Breaking Generational Curses in Your Bloodline, The Black Sheep's Guide to Liberation, is now available on Amazon. It's also available on audiobook in my Stan store. The links will be below. And that's about a little over an hour, and it's recorded in my voice. So I'm also offering one-on-one sessions, so you can see the links in my bio. Hang in there, stay strong, and keep moving, stay in motion. Fight to see another day. Just keep pressing on, one foot in front of the other. This too shall pass. Have a good night.